Hey guys, welcome back to this video. In this video, I'm going to tell you about this IBM WebSphere Hybrid Edition Solution Architect. Now, in this training, what we are going to see is that a combination of your containers, container orchestrator, OpenShift, as well as we are going to talk about something about IBM Transformation Advisor. So these are some of the concepts we are going to discuss about in this training. Do remember that this training is about modernizing or transforming your WebSphere application server. Now, who can take this training is that people who's working as a WebSphere administrator or any middleware administrators can take up this training. Now, why it's so important for you is because it goes to the next level. Now, if you're thinking about how long can you hang on to WebSphere application server, this is your answer. This training is going to have Docker, Podman, Kubernetes, it's going to have OpenShift. So these are the upcoming technologies and the technologies which everyone is migrating to. Now, this course is not just designed to talk about all these containerization or container orchestration, but then hybrid requires you to talk about it, because when you are planning to host or transform your existing application server, you have to look out for these technologies, because this is the only way you can transform your existing application or modernize your existing application. Now, the developers would be taking care of the very important thing of developing this application into microservices, but as administrator of your middleware, you need to know about all these technologies to help you transform these applications and migrate these applications once the code is ready. And we are also going to talk about, using the Transformation Advisor in terms of moving your code as well. So the Transformation Advisor going to give you or help you towards identifying the problematic stuff in terms of moving your existing monolithic application or your WAR files or ER files to the next level in terms of containerizing them or moving it to the open source, like open source Liberty or WebSphere Liberty for that matter. So this is a course designed for about 24 sections, which has 85 lectures, and it is about 14 hours of a training. Now, do remember that this course may extend or may have additional sessions later point of the time, because if I think that there are certain topics which needs to be added, I'm going to add that based on your request, based on your feedback. And all your ratings are going to be important. Your written ratings are going to be everything for me. It helps me do extra mile for you guys to get those extra hands-on, extra questions answered with more information. So only that I can do when you give me a good rating with a written rating which is meaningful. So this course comes with an important announcement wherein which I have given you the complete PDF which is used to create this complete course, and with also the GitHub location from all my codes which I used, the scripts I ran, because as you can see over here, everything is run on the Linux system, and everything, every troubleshooting we have done is everything on the Linux system, and there is no Windows used except for the VMware. So VMware instance is running on my laptop Windows operating system. Except for that, everything is on Linux. OpenShift, Kubernetes, Docker, everything on Linux. So this is a complete course built over Linux. And you can see that we start with some basics, things about your cloud native, your microservices, container orchestrator, explaining about them, giving you a lot of architecture in terms of working with them. And then we also talk about the lab sections in terms of working with your Docker, creating HTTP instances, multiple layers of containers. We talk about Tomcat, deploying custom WAR file using Docker, and then same thing with Kubernetes. We understand the architecture, we work with Kubernetes, and we do the Nginx deployment in terms of Kubernetes. And then on top of that, on the project 2, this is a project-based course, so which means that every time you complete a project, you accomplish some kind of a milestone for you, so that you can really understand that in a milestone basis. And the project 2 has more about your hybrid edition and towards understanding about your OCP, which is your OpenShift platform, OpenShift container platform. So this is basically hands-on in terms of installing OpenShift, and then you have the administration of OpenShift, creating projects, creating deployments, creating auto scalings, and working with command line of OpenShift. So it gives you the complete area or the background for your WEBSPHERE hybrid and makes you prepared when you come to project number 4. Project number 4 talks about more into running Podman. So Podman is very important for us because we don't use Docker anymore. When you're working with Kubernetes, it's all Podman now. So Podman is going to help you as a replacement towards Docker container. And we're going to see a little bit about that as well. Now, as you've learned Docker already, Podman is built just like Docker. It has the same commands like Docker. Same options like Docker. Everything is same when you work with Docker and Podman, identical. And we're going to understand about that. We're going to see some transformation advisor. This is IBM product which can understand about the existing monolithic application and then migrate. And it gives you a path towards migration. It gives you a migration plan. And then we're going to use manual modernization. We're going to use operational runtime modernization of migrating existing like-to-like WebSphere application server traditional to another traditional. Just the difference is that it's going to be deployed over a container rather than that, because I'm going to give you multiple options over here. The operational modernization is all about that. Traditional and runtime modernization is all about getting your WebSphere application server, all your applications to Open Liberty or WebSphere Liberty, in which you're going to have the option of switching or some kind of a code manipulation is required there. That's where the developer would take care of that. Do ignore all the typos here because I see a lot of typos right now when I'm doing this video. But do not worry about the typos. I can correct that. But then it's all about moving them from your existing WebSphere application server to a containerized, orchestrated environment. That's all hybrid is all about. And then in terms of the requirements, yes, you may need to know a little bit of background in terms of WebSphere application server, Liberty server. I have a beautiful course for you to get you through the WebSphere application server and Liberty server. You can just go and finish those trainings, and then you can just rule with hybrid. You can work with all these projects which I have put across in the description of this training, which is going to be very helpful for you in terms of overlooking in terms of certification. I do have a training on certification as well, which has the practice questions, so that I keep it updated based on the people who keeps updating the certificate whenever there is a question changes. So I keep adding new questions as part of the hybrid questions. It's just remember it's a practice test which will be very helpful for you when you're preparing for certification, because certification is very important, because when you want to put this hybrid profile as a skill on your profile with a certification, it just nails it down on your resume. So I would recommend the certification also and have the practice questions for you to go about it. Thanks again for watching this video. I hope that it was useful to get to know what is WebSphere hybrid and how things are going to work. And to remember, this course is on the minimum price over here. So there's no option for me to give more discount on this. I wish I could do that, but then there is nothing we can do. This is the bare minimum price set by Udemy, and this is the offer price. So there is no way I can create a coupon which can be below this price, what you see on my screen. Thank you again for watching this. I'll see you on the next video.